This morning I wanted to do a video as a part of a series I want to do. So this would be the first one, and it's about changing thinking patterns, improving our lives through cognitive restructuring, changing the way that we think. So the fancy word for it is neuroplasticity. Everybody has it. It is, simply put, the way our brain can rewire itself in response to learning experiences, changing habits. So neuroplasticity. If you think of your brain as like a river with fast-moving currents in it, those could be our neural pathways. This is Jill science. I do have a master's of science. There's a lot of creativity involved, and that can help our neuroplasticity to learn what we want. So if we think about neural pathways as moving rivers with a current, the more we think something, the faster that current is in that river. So maybe here we are in our little boat, paddling away in this river. Very nice. Okay. So we're in this boat and we're in this river, and let's say this thought river is, let's use something that's pretty typical. I am not enough. So let's make this thought river, I am not enough. This is a very generalized, anxiety-provoking thing that a lot of people will refer to. Of course, the counter thought to this, the soothing thought, the thought we would try to hone in on is, I am enough, which people say a lot. So I am not enough. It could be something like, I feel anxious in crowded spaces. It could be, I have trouble regulating food. It could be any number of things that go on for you. You can use this widely with any kind of thought process that might be going on. So let's just take the example of I am not enough. This is a thought maybe that you've been thinking, you've had it many times in your life, and so this neural pathway is picking up current. And the more you think it, the more you just get pulled into it. If it was a highway, it would be adding a lane every time you drove on it, and the speed limit would go up. So really easy, the more you do it, like any habit, to just get pulled into it. If you think about biting your nails, for instance, you may have started biting your nails, or smoking cigarettes. That's an extreme version. So let's take biting your nails. If you start biting your nails, do it a couple of times, maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, your hand just goes right into your mouth. You just got pulled right into this neural pathway of habitual behavior. This is a thought process that we're trying to restructure. So we are going to try to shift from thinking I am not enough to thinking I am enough, or crowded spaces make me anxious, to, I can thrive in crowded spaces with many people. So it takes a long time. This over here would be this little tributary that we're not used to saying. It's a little river, or a little exit ramp. I like the river. I like nature. And it is difficult to buy into this because we're not used to it in a practiced way. So this would be, I am enough. And it would be cool if this was just one thing and we could just practice it and it would just happen. Unfortunately, the resistance associated with all this patterning of thought that's been going on, I mean, let's be honest, if you're close to 50 like me, you've been thinking the same things for decades sometimes, especially things that happened in your childhood, and as a message maybe that you got that probably wasn't true, but you latched onto it during your formative years. We could talk a whole bunch about childhood psychology and why that happens. But we tend to buy into things that adults tell us as children, and or misinterpret something. And so we may be thinking something for a very long time. This is a very fast-moving river. It's really easy to slip into that thought pattern. And to shift it over, we're going to feel resistance. We're down here in our boat, and we are paddling like crazy, trying to go over here with the thought that we are enough, using our neuroplasticity to try to learn this new thought. It's really, really difficult sometimes. But I promise you, like anything else, if you practice, this will become more accessible. And what will happen in a kind of a pseudoscience-y way is that this neural pathway, this thought process, will get bigger, will get easier to access. And this one over here, this will actually start to shrink. It will become less and less. So the more you think, I am enough, I thrive in crowded spaces, I have a healthy relationship with food, I am worthy of love. The more you think these things that are a soothing counterpart to these old messages that you don't want to manage anymore, you don't want to live in, this will grow. The inertia will grow. The resistance to the transition between what you're used to thinking and what you want to think will shrink. You won't feel that resistance as much. But at first, my friends, you have to paddle like crazy to get over here. You will feel imposter syndrome, which is just that you won't fully buy into this idea that you're enough. It will take a long time. That's why therapists say things like trust the process. It goes on and on. It's not totally linear. It's a little bit messy, but you'll get there. You'll change your thoughts.